It is SEO is great, and it is important to have some SEO strategies built into your marketing sphere, but it is not going to be the thing that works for every law firm, especially in incredibly saturated markets where you have the big giant law firms that have been established there, and that have been dominating the first page of Google with these giant multi-million-dollar budgets. Somebody who is a new law firm coming in is not going to be able to spend $1,000 a month on SEO and make any sort of difference in those markets. But they should have some basics in place. So they should still have a nice looking website. They should have enough content on their website that somebody goes there and they know what they do. And having some of those fundamental pieces there from a branding perspective, but that's not going to save the day with SEO. Like you're just not going to be able to touch it in some of those markets where you have such established firms.
Yeah.
But there are other markets where a similarly small size law firm can be successful with SEO if it's not as saturated. So a lot of it comes down to geographic location, the size of the firm, how long they've been established in a certain area, and what the competition is doing. So expectations need to be realistic for the pieces that you have in place with what you're working with.
You know why I like SEO for me? It's because if you search Fretzin online and you're going to find me, but a lot more than you're going to find my cousin Scott, who runs a large dermatology practice down in Indianapolis. And so people come to him all the time, like, who's this other Fretzin guy? He's all over the internet, and he just goes, "Durr, Fretzin."
So
So
people
it's,
are people coming to you asking about moles and like,
yeah, no, they're hitting me
they
up
need to
all
get
the
things checked
time.
out.
Can you look at this and can you look at that? No, they're not doing that. But I think people are coming to him saying like, who's this guy who's got the same name as you and is just everywhere on the internet? Because I've been at SEO for so long in some ways in a formal way and in some ways in a less formal way. Like, I've got good backlinks from Above the Law, Attorney at Law Magazine, and National Law Review and all these different places. And then I've just been at it a long time. So SEO sort of adds up. But am I getting found, or people searching for legal business development to find me? And I mean, that's a pretty small category. So I would say, I've sort of kind of come and gone in that space because I haven't found it as valuable as social media marketing and podcasting and YouTubing and things that I think are just like more direct to help people sort of understand the value. But the other thing is like, PI, I get it, but I don't think, like you said, it can compete at the same level with the same budgets against the biggest players. They've got to find alternative ways to find business. Hey, everybody, I know you're enjoying this interview. To hear more just like this, check out all of the podcasts on our website. Link is in the description below.
They either need to find alternative ways to find business if they are going after the large scope, or I've seen a lot of successful lawyers who are competing in these saturated markets and with smaller firms have success by niching down.
Mm-hmm.
So a client that comes to mind is somebody who is an avid bicycle cyclist.
Yeah.
And he is so integrally involved in the cycling community in his area, which is a large market, but he has branded himself as the bicycle lawyer for that area. And he has poured all of his SEO efforts into developing just for that particular set of keywords. So if somebody is looking for a bicycle accident lawyer in that city, he's going to show up on the first page of Google. He's going to have all the great reviews that are going to put him into that local pack. He has the proximity working for him. So it can work if you niche down and really focus your efforts. But he's never going to rank for car accident lawyer in his area with the budget that he has with all the competitors that are in that area.
So as an example, maybe I could, because I do work with a ton of solos, and I could do something like legal business development for solos and just focus on the solo market as opposed to legal business development generally. And maybe that's, but there's also ways to search for keywords. And like, let's say nobody in the world searching for legal business development for solos, then that might be a fruitless endeavor.
It might be, I mean, yes and no. So there are ways to search for what are called those longer tail keywords that, describe more specific situations that somebody might be looking for. And even if there are only, 500 hits on that a year versus, 50,000 of those 500 hits, if you are starting to show up for those, you're going to be able to attract those types of clients from that specific search term.
Okay.
So it might be better to focus on those longer tail keywords because you'll actually show up for them, as opposed to being at, page 100 on Google for these, wider net, more trafficked keywords that you're
Mm-hmm.
never going to get any
Yep.
visibility
Yep.
for.
All right. So we've decided that SEO isn't for everybody, and there's also a big push right now to focus on social media. Obviously, we understand LinkedIn, we understand Facebook, we understand there's different people for different social media platforms, all in on all of them. What's the take on that as a alternative or an addition to SEO?
Um, I probably have an unpopular opinion on it just because of my SEO bias, but social media for most law firms, unless you are doing it really, really well, high production, it just doesn't work as well because there isn't intent when somebody goes to Facebook to go and hire a lawyer. That's just not what they're going there for.
If you want to check out more about what Fretzin does every day to help you be that lawyer, confident, organized, and a skilled rainmaker, please check out our services page on our website. Just go to the website, check it out. I know you'll enjoy it. Thanks.